Hi, welcome to Steve's Wood Cave. This is just a very short video to show you how to make a cutter profile template using a piece of scrap. And this is just a piece of cherry that I've got left over from a project, and it has to be square across the end. If it's not square, put it in the cutter position, run your bit across the top, and that will square off the end grain. The idea here is to make a copy of the bit used. This is a dovetail bit in here. I'm going to make a copy of it, a template of it, of the actual profile of the cutter profile. This is the cutter profile template. So I'm going to put it in the cutter position, depth it to the cut that I want to make for whatever project I'm doing. It could be a straight bit, I could be using it for finger joints. It could be a dovetail bit, I'm using it for dovetail joints. But whatever you're doing, the idea of the thing is to transfer the profile, the shape of the cutter, and pencil it in at the marker position, because don't forget, this is where we can use a template or a guide to direct where we're going to cut the real workpiece in the cutter position. So that's what this is for. I referred to this a lot in my videos, and so I thought I'd make a short video just to talk about how you do this quickly. So here we go. Put it in at the cutter position, push it right up so that it's flush with the underside of the base. Centralise it roughly, doesn't have to be accurate. Zero the cutter onto the end grain of the scrap, and then we set the depth depending on what we're cutting. So if I'm making through dovetails in this piece of ash, then I would set the depth of cut here. And now when I plunge, that will be at the height, or that will be at the thickness of the workpiece that I want to cut. So now it's just a question of pulling that bit straight through. Obviously you need these straight guide rails fitted. Now, that's the face that was facing me when I took it out of the machine. You don't touch the handle, you take it out, you put it over here in the marker position, set the end grain flush with the top of the router body, clamp it in there, and then you just take, I use one of these clutch pencils, I just scribe around the outside of the socket that we've cut. In this case it's a dovetail shaped socket. Depending on what you're doing, sometimes you need the bottom scribing as well. Just make it nice and legible and clear. The advantage of using a thin offcut is that it's very easy to get your pencil in. If you're using a thicker piece of wood, then it's a little bit more tricky. But the clutch pencil should help you there. So now we can look at that close up. So now you can see that the pencil line represents the cutter in the cutter position, but over here where the marker position clamp is. So now we can use this as a guide for using it for template routing. So obviously if you weren't doing dovetails and you were doing something else, you may have a completely different shape, and in some cases it just might be a straight bit, so it might be a rectangular shape. But what you must understand is that the pencil line also is part of the cutter. So if you imagine we've cut this piece with the actual cutter, so by putting the pencil inside it, it means that the pencil line also includes the part of the cutter. So you need to remember that when you're using this as a reference. Well, I hope that helps. It's just a short video just to remind people of this procedure, because it comes up time and time again when you're using the WoodRat. You don't need it for everything you do with the WoodRat, but it comes up quite often when you're talking about finger joints or through dovetails or half blind dovetails and so on. So that's how you get the cutter profile template and add the cutter profile to the front face of the rat body. Like I say, make sure that it's flush with the top, and don't move the handle. Alright, thanks for watching. See you again on Steve's Wood Cave.
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here and you're new to this channel, please subscribe for more updates as they come available. Otherwise you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter or Pinterest, so that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. See you again.